That's the question. That's the key point, Ms. Coker. Why is Pakistan building such capacities? Yes, Mr. Balachandran, very quickly. Yes.
I'll tell you why that. I'll tell you why they are doing it. The only thing they can claim, they are economically backward. They cannot produce progress. In conventional military arms, they do not have enough. The only thing they can trumpet these days, we are producing bombs. And if somebody tells them they are making a lot of bombs, they are happy with that because they are not producing that many bombs. So let us get this clear. Pakistan is not and cannot get pell-mell into nuclear weapons production. Two, they can never hope to compete with India in any arms race, conventional or nuclear. Third, there is always a danger somebody will get it, but at this moment there is no reason to believe that Pakistan's nuclear arsenal is not safe. Fourthly, if fissile material gets into some non-state actors, what makes you believe the best value when non-state actors want to do something, they want to get the maximum publicity? You think somebody gets a limited amount of fissile material, they are going to use it in India and the world will forget about it when they can do it like 9/11 and get another glorious days? So let us not worry about that unnecessarily.
Ms. Coker, the key question here seems to be this race that Pakistan is entering into, which is not what India seems to want to reciprocate on. The fact is, Pakistan is building these nuclear weapon capacities, whereas India is using the same program to create more civilian nuclear power. There seems to be a big difference in the approach of the two nations, madam.
Where did you read that, first of all, where did you read that Pakistan is building the nuclear build-up? Where did you read it? India entered into a civil technology agreement with the United States, so did the Pakistan with the Chinese. And let me clarify over here, Pakistan is not backward. We are being held backward because of our sacrifices which we have made in the war against terrorism.
Madam,
right?
There's a big difference in the Indo-US nuclear deal and China's surreptitious clandestine nuclear deal with Pakistan, which has not been authorized by the international body. This is nuclear terror which is being exported.
Was India authorized? India was giving a waiver at the favor of the United States.
And the IAEA ratified that. Is there at all a comparison, Mr. Bharat Karnad? If you can explain, is there at all a comparison? They're saying, okay, you did it with the United States, we're doing it with China, so what? Live with it.
Chinese deal. No, please correct yourselves. India was given a favor. It was given the waiver.
It was ratified internationally, whereas China's nuclear support to Pakistan doesn't have international sanction, madam.
At the favor which was given by the United States, right? And so Pakistan and the Chinese, which they are developing, that's the peaceful use of the nuclear technology.
Mr. Karnad, can there be a comparison at all between the two?
Pakistan is not backward.
Or do you believe that China, what it is doing is absolutely incorrect and probably using Pakistan as a counterweight to India?
Yes, look, China's designs are well known and have been known to India and to everybody else for almost 40 years now. China's of course trying to contain India to the subcontinent by having Pakistan act as their proxy, and that's very clear. The question is, when we talk of Pakistan as a proliferator, why don't we talk really of the main proliferator, and that's China, not Pakistan. If you look at almost any proliferation scheme underway since the 1960s, it's China that's done the proliferation. And yet we keep on talking and harking about Pakistan. Now the point is this: after the Indian-US nuclear deal, nuclear deal, China did of course set up and try to analogize by saying we'll have a similar deal with Pakistan because we want them to be brought into the international nuclear mainstream as well. And that's how they are justifying their selling of the Kushab reactors, their nuclear materials, even perhaps the nuclear expertise to Pakistan, giving it an international legalistic gloss.
Okay.
The fact of the matter is, China is trying to ensure that India does not get too ahead or too confident or too superior in terms of both the quality and quantity of its nuclear arsenal, and that Pakistan will still be a spoiler in the security scene in South Asia.
Well, China
that's how they mean to advance their interests.
Well, China and Pakistan are playing a very dangerous double game on nuclear weapons. We've seen what happens with the double game on terror with Osama being found in Pakistan. Let's just hope what Ms. Coker is saying and what the Pakistani army is insisting that nuclear weapons are safe is indeed proven to be true, because If that's not the case, the consequences could be catastrophic. For the moment, Professor Inder Sood for joining us from Washington with your perspective. Amna Khoka from Islamabad, Mr. Bharat Karnad and G. Balachandran. Thank you very much for joining us on the center stage face-off for this evening.